A husband shoots his wife to death, a wife who he'd been with for 14 years and shares 2 children together. He then takes her body to the backyard, burns her, and then buries her body in a shallow grave. 39-year-old Kenneth Hardin Jr. shot 40-year-old Carrie Hardin, his wife, in their home after a domestic dispute. Now, Kenneth Hardin is a pastor, okay? And his wife is a nurse, but she also owned a multi-million-dollar nurse staffing company that she built from the ground up. So they were doing very well for themselves. On the day that he killed his wife, he called his father and flew his father out to Georgia, where they live, where this actually took place. It's alleged that he met his father at the bank, gave his father access to all of his financial information, gave him his last will and testament, and then ultimately confessed to his father that he killed his wife and said that he would be on the run. He then fled to Louisiana, where he was apprehended, but his father was the one who made the call to turn him in. Now, a friend of Carrie said that she texted her late that night and asked her if she could come over and spend the night with her.
And a half. She was brutally murdered after years of hiding from others the domestic violence that she suffered. Advocates for victims of domestic violence hope others will hear this story and they will reach out for help.
I never imagined that something like this would happen to Carrie. You know, it's like, no way.
Carrie was too big for this to happen to her.
Alicia Allen and Chastity Adams Miller are still in shock over their friend's brutal murder. Carrie Hardin graduated from Fort Zumwalt South High School, became a nurse, and then built a multi-million-dollar nurse staffing business.
So the most impressive thing about Carrie was she always wanted to improve on things.
Carrie married Ken Hardin, and they moved to Georgia in 2020. But there had been a previous incident of domestic violence.
Kenny had busted out the window to the bathroom to get to her and chased her down the road with a gun.
I asked her mother why Carrie never left Ken.
She wanted to keep her family together, and she believed that he would stop, that he wouldn't really harm her.
From the couple's home outside of Atlanta, hours before her murder, Carrie texted her friend Alicia asking if she could come stay with her.
I'm not going to call the police because, you know, I'm just afraid that something bad will happen out of it, and I just want to go to sleep. And I'm going to lay down and hopefully nothing happens.
Carrie Hardin had taken a job at Cochran VA Medical Center and contacted a divorce attorney. Ken Hardin's accused of shooting his wife with a shotgun, burning her body and burying it in a shallow grave.
It breaks my heart that I didn't call the police for her.
A GoFundMe account has been set up to help with the legal battle to settle Carrie's estate and seek custody of the couple's 2 children.
Fayette County Sheriff Barry Babb says in his almost 40 years of law enforcement experience, this is one of the more grisly crimes he's had to work. But thanks to quick work and coordination with other agencies, they were able to catch this suspect, even though he'd fled all the way to Louisiana.
It's shocking as hell. Definitely seemed like something that would be on like on one of those shows. I didn't expect that.
Jabril Muhammad says he would have never expected his neighbor, 39-year-old Kenneth Hardin Jr., to be accused of something like this.
He seemed like a cool dude. Like I said, he had a fireworks show down here for the kids before on the 4th of July.
Fayette County Sheriff Barry Babb says Hardin shot and killed his wife, 39-year-old Carrie Hardin, early Tuesday morning while his children slept.
So they went to school on Tuesday, never seen their mother.
The sheriff's office says it learned of the crime after Hardin flew his father into town and gave him his last will and testament.
He had told his father that he had shot his wife and pretty much that he was now going to be on the run.
Hardin's father called the sheriff's office, who began investigating. Babb says a license plate reader helped them track Hardin's car to a motel in Louisiana. A SWAT team there moved to take him into custody while they searched the large property for his wife's body.
I got almost basically 2 calls at the same time that the cadaver dog located our victim, which was